In a quaint town nestled amidst rolling hills, lived a couple whose bond was the envy of all. She was a gentle white cat with fur like spun moonlight, and he was a hard-working orange cat with a spirit as vibrant as his coat. Their life was a beautiful symphony of simple joys and unspoken understanding. Every morning, as dawn painted the sky, the white cat prepared a warm breakfast. With a soft nuzzle and a gentle wave, she would bid her husband farewell. He was her protector, and she was his peace, anchored by a love that seemed unshakable. The orange cat poured every ounce of his energy into his work, facing mountains of paperwork. He did it all for her, to shield his beloved wife from any hardship. But one evening, while he was unwinding in the shower, his phone illuminated the room. A message flashed. "Sir, can you please come to my house? It is urgent." It was from his secretary. The white cat, passing by, felt her heart lurch. Why would she ask him to her home so late? A tiny, insidious seed of doubt was planted. In the days that followed, a pattern emerged. He returned home later and later, his only excuse being a weary sigh, and the words, "Work has been really busy." What the white cat did not know was the grim reality behind those late nights. The secretary was trapped in a living nightmare. Her husband had become a violent monster. Desperate and alone, she had reached out to the only person she trusted, her boss. The orange cat was not meeting her for a secret affair. He was a silent guardian, working tirelessly to find her legal aid and a safe haven for her children. He kept his efforts private to protect the young woman's dignity and shield her from shame. He carried this heavy burden alone, fueled by his innate kindness. The weight of suspicion finally became unbearable. One evening, she decided to see the truth. She shadowed her husband, waiting in the shadows outside his office. When she saw the secretary slip into his car, her heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. She followed them to a small house, her paws moving silently on the cold pavement. Suddenly, a cacophony of shouts erupted from inside. The sound of glass shattering filled the air. She watched, transfixed, as her husband stepped into the chaos without hesitation. He stood as a shield between the terrified woman and her attacker. His voice was calm, his presence a pillar of strength that slowly diffused the violence. In that moment, the scales fell from the white cat's eyes. There was no affair. There was only courage. She saw her husband not as a traitor, but as a hero. The truth hit her like a tidal wave, washing away her anger. She had doubted the most honorable man she knew while he was out saving a soul. She stood in the twilight, tears streaming down her face, feeling the sting of judgment. Every late night and every weary sigh now made perfect sense. He wasn't hiding a secret life. He was preserving a life. She realized the depth of his sacrifice and the purity of his heart. The darkness of doubt was finally replaced by the light of truth. She was ready to ask for forgiveness and rebuild what she had almost broken. The moment of truth had arrived, and love was the only thing that mattered. She threw her arms around him, sobbing, "I am so sorry. I saw the messages. I thought you were cheating. But I followed you today and saw everything." She confessed her shame, promising never to doubt him again. He gently wiped her tears and whispered, "You never needed to doubt my love." They learned that while doubt can shake love, truth makes it unbreakable. Trust, once restored, is the greatest light of all.